What's goody, guys? I'm your host Joe, and you've just entered the Anime Source!
Yokoso senpai. This is a Weeaboo Street Band.
We're finishing off episode 2 today after ending part 1 pretty solid. So let's get started! As we're introduced to Kaim and the magnificent Celine, they reveal the true nature of demons concerning sexual urges. Now, with the known fact that demons struggle to contain these sexual tendencies, I start to think, well, what's the difference between these demons and humans? Because in a world where people cheat on their partners or go out partying and clubbing, some, if not most of these intentions are to go home with somebody only to wake up rolled up in a pile of sweaty, maybe even sticky sheets. So then the question arises, how different are we really from these demons? After Celine's slight show of sexual frustration, we see a subtle characteristic from the demons, showing a sexual opportunistic nature not too different or exaggerated from that of humans. I thought it was funny seeing Akira at the dinner table while the family was saying grace. Amen. Because I honestly was waiting to see his skin melt, twisting his head backwards or just bursting into flames. So I have what could be a little Easter egg to show all of y'all. In this same dinner scene, the topic of conversation centers around Akira. And as the camera pans to the right, we see a mirroring between this scene and their frame of the Last Supper. How ironic would it be if this actually turned out to be Akira's Last Supper? Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, this connection could very well be a theory about Akira and his true purpose. Considering this dinner talk, maybe this was what actually happened during the Last Supper. Akira君はこれくらいじゃ物足りないんじゃ。Akira君、昼間ご飯すごかったの。女の子たちの行列ができて、みんなが食べてって貢いだもの、全部食べちゃって。すごい人気なんだな。じゃあ、アキラ兄ちゃんもうお肉いらないよね。そんなハンバーグくらい、人飲みで食えちゃうぜ。いや、それダメ。Now, before any of y'all get booty hurt, I didn't mean to undermine the Last Supper or my homeboy Jesus. Okay, but seriously. Seeing this scene struck something inside of me. When I saw Akira crying for a random man, him knowing the possibility he was devoured by a demon, I instantly thought of how unique he really is and the gift God has given him. Anyone else would have just felt sorry for the occurrence, but Akira was able to see through a different set of eyes. He always mourned for the pain and struggles of others as if he had such strong ties with them. You could say he saw people as God sees them. Not just for the surface level situation, but also for the thoughts they could have had, possibly even their families, and just the deep empathy he has for them, feeling the intensity of their pain. Thinking about the death of Lazarus from the Bible shows us how God responds with empathy to our feelings of sorrow. Just so y'all could see the similarities, here's a scripture from John chapter 11. Now I understand if you're not very religious or don't really believe in God, but just listen to the type of person that Jesus is and compare it to Akira. And for this, I broke out my Bible because I just didn't want to mess it up. So here we go. We're on John chapter 11, verse 33. When Jesus saw her weeping, and the Jews who had come along with her also weeping, he was deeply moved in spirit and troubled. Where have you laid him? he asked. "Come and see, Lord," they replied. Jesus wept. The key thing here is that Jesus knew he could bring back Lazarus from the dead, yet he still mourned. So let's get one thing straight. He didn't mourn because he thought Lazarus was gone. He mourned for those who were stricken with sorrow from the belief that he was gone. I believe he wept to simply not undermine their feelings of the situation at hand, or it could have been for their lack of faith as well, since he knew he could bring Lazarus back. The similarities here are the great emotion they pour out for others. Moving on, I quickly wanted to point out Akira's past. As he wakes up from a neurotic dream, he starts thinking about his parents, who left him with Miki's family as a child. It seems to me that they have left on an expedition of Mount Fiji and have yet to come back. I know how dirty y'all's minds can be. You're nasty. And so I'm sure you enjoyed seeing Miko-chan reflecting on her lustful thoughts as she began to pleasure herself. But did you notice the oddity in her moans? With donkey sounds for moans, was the creator trying to depict this as a trigger for the animal or beast inside us all? This theory is a definite yes for me, but if you're not yet convinced, take a gander at how far these moans can be heard. Now I know my other ideas and theories have really been quite a stretch and maybe not many of you agree with, but this for sure is definite and a work of art in how he displayed this idea or theory and wrapped it around in a different way that we could put our minds to. Just watch this. It definitely got his attention. Not too long after, we see him again. But behind Miko-chan? Dude, he really traced down the sound of her moans. This instantly tells me that what was supposed to be moans turned out to be an animal's mating call. And before you say, wait, Joe, he could have just been on his way home and just happened to pass by. Well, let's do a quick rewind. As we see the camera pan away from Miko-chan's apartment, we see him walking away from the source of the sound. See how he turns with curiosity? And now here he is, just casually passing by? I think not. I'm sure he has some kind of intention. I mean, look at that gaze. But then again, he could be noticing how Miko-chan immediately stopped what she was doing as she saw Akira pass by on a motorcycle. It would be crazy if he did have feelings for her, yet seeing her interested in Akira could have caused him to give such a blank stare. Nearing the end of the episode, the demon-killing duo approach their first hit. Seeing the man Akira and his family were talking about brought tears to his eyes. As Akira was devouring the flesh of the demons, a piece of trash with a cam escaped from where it belonged. He ran away with a recording of Akira's fiery introduction. The thing that concerns me the most is why is Ryo so concerned with this if he himself is recording all of this? I mean, I'd understand if he didn't want the media or the world to know, but he was planning on letting the videos out eventually. So I'm just curious of his motives with this. Anyways, that wraps up this video and episode 2 of Devilman Crybaby. Comment down below if you have any additional theories or realize something that I didn't. And if you don't already follow me on Instagram, go ahead and follow. What are you doing? The link is going to be dropped in the description below, so go ahead and click it or just follow at the anime source. Of course, 2 E's, the anime source 1 E was already taken, apparently. So, yeah. Of course, yes, I'm a little bit salty about that, but we're gonna deal with it. But anyways, comment down below if you have any additional theories or realize something that I didn't. And be sure to like, share to all your friends, and subscribe to stay up to date. We'll catch up next time on the anime source.